Hello, it's George the Fragrance Apprentice here. In Britain, we have a phrase. What's that got to do with the price of fish? I don't know what it means. British people are weird. I mean, just look at me, for example. Anyway, what's this video got to do with the price of fragrances is a more apt question. And that is that the price of fragrances are, if you don't mind me saying, pretty fucking disgusting at this moment. But I can do that in another video. Rarely do I see fragrances that are underpriced. I see fragrances all the time that are overpriced, some fragrances that are a little bit overpriced, but I'll be alright with it. And even rarely now, I'm seeing fragrances that have a great evaluation. But super duper rarely, and that's why this isn't a top 10, it's not even a top 5, it's a top 3 and technically a top 4 because I'm going to add an honourable mention. Super rarely these days do I see fragrances, or rather smell them and go, you know what, I'd be willing to pay more for that fragrance than the asking price. So here are my 3 fragrances in my collection. There are probably more, and if you do know of fragrances in your opinion that could be worth more, you'd be willing to pay more than retail, please leave a comment below. I want this to be sort of a forum for people to find fragrances. So again, don't just watch this video, look in the comments. I'll love heart all of the comments that have stories or great examples of fragrances that are just fantastic bargains, great values, and are, in some people's eyes, they should be worth more than they actually are. Anyway, I'll get to my first honourable mention. That is, of course, Eau de Michon's. So this was a fragrance, I don't actually have it with me, I have it at my parents' house. Great fragrance. I find this fragrance difficult to recommend because it's only really available in Europe. In fact, more specifically, it only seems to be available for a really great price in the United Kingdom. In America and Canada, you have to import, and it costs a tremendous amount of money, and so therefore it breaks the deal of what this video is about. But in the UK, if you can still get this for the preposterously low price, I think it's £15-20 for 250 millilitres. This is a fantastic vanilla, wonderful vanilla. You could have easily put this at £150, people would have still bought it, so there's that. But let's go to the list. It's only 3 fragrances here, and it is hierarchical. So the third one is great fragrance, great value, all the way to number 1, which is an amazing bargain. Like, absolutely astonishing. Number 3, Baldassarini Ultimate. In general, I should check out more of Baldassarini. Great fragrance house. They're I think they're a subsect of Hugo Boss, actually. And I've spoken about this many times, mostly because of the fact that this smells to me like a much better version of Viking Cologne. This came out first. I don't think that it was a clone by Creed. I think that it's just happenstance, and I think it's just the way that that's turned out. But this is a great, spicy, earthy orange, similar to Terre d'Hermes, but richer and sweeter. It's a lovely fragrance. I've enjoyed wearing it in spring, in autumn and winter, and this is only, you can get this for as low as £19. I think that the actual asking price is £30, but I don't know how to frame this. I think it's a great fragrance. I think that £30 is good. I think I'd actually be willing to pay probably about £50, but I think that the main reason why this is on this list is because the asking price for Creed is £275, and this is only 19 or 20 or between that and 30. So this has sort of become an automatic great bargain in a way, thanks to Creed. This has become an automatic try for some people. It's great, and I do actually think that the price of £19-20 is, if you can get it for that, which you most certainly can, especially I think I either want Notino or All Beauty, that's a great this and it's wonderful. Now onto the second fragrance. This is Sunset Riot by All Saints. I have worn the absolute hell out of this year. This has been a surprise for me, quite a shock. Some people even said, I can't believe that an All Saints fragrance has made it to your list, and trust me, I'm as shocked as you, maybe if not more so. This, if I can just show you how much I've worn, yeah, quite a bit there. The main reason is because of its wearability, and this has a sort of similarity to Baccarat Rouge 540, but it has the black pepper from Herod, which makes it more masculine, makes it a little bit more interchangeable, and it makes it more casual. right? And it makes it more versatile to wear. It does have that candy floss red element of Baccarat Rouge 540, but it's not overly sweet. It's not domineeringly floral or cotton candy or anything like that, although it has that element, but it also has that savoury black pepper, which is great. As it dries down, it goes more to a traditional kind of cologne kind of smell, similar to Colonia Intensa, actually, and that changes the game a little bit, and so that candy floss kind of scent really, really goes away after the first half an hour. This is only £45. That's amazing. That is amazing. Honestly, I could have imagined a fragrance house releasing this for 150, maybe even £200, and they would have gotten away with it. And if I'm honest, it would have probably got more attention. I think that that's why prices of fragrances have gone up, because the market seems to believe that they think that if they put something that's over, like, to a really, really high price, then more people will think that they're getting more value for money, or they're getting more value because it's pricier. But of course, just because this is luxurious goods as it's classified, it doesn't mean that just because you pay more, you get more. That's an illusion, and it's played to the consumer's weaknesses. Most people don't know about fragrances, most people don't know about the price of fragrances or what an accurate price tag is, and in their ignorance, they will sort of fall to the trance of, oh, more money means more value. It's not the case. 45 quid, All Saints, they smashed it out the park. Fantastic. A fantastic fragrance. This is going to be, spoiler, this is going to be on my top 10 most worn. I've loved it. And now finally we get to this. This fragrance alone has kind of inspired me to do this video. Damn. I bought Misfit recently off of Bloom, and Bloom very kindly sent me some samples. And one was a really expensive fragrance, and one was this. And it was just called Cure, which is leather in French. And I smelt this fragrance off the sample, didn't know it from Adam, didn't know anything about it. And I thought, oh god, this is going to be like 180, 190 pounds, but it's so good. That's a great, great leather. Such a fabulously intertwined leather with patchouli. This is so wonderful and spicy and almost a little bit aromatic. That's really cool. That's really unique. Anyway, I braced myself for looking at how much this would cost. £39.50 on All Beauty. I was like, what? This is Cure by Molinard, and it's amazing. I couldn't believe it when it was £39.50. I bought it right then and there. I was expecting this price tag to be at least £170. Fantastic leather scent. Of course, that's what it's named after. But there's more going on. There's like leather and a bit of incense, but it's the blending and it's the quality. This is so high quality. I don't know what I could compare it to. I don't know if it would be Tom Ford, because this is a very different type of leather. This is more a brand new car kind of smell, I guess, rather than what Tom Ford does. I don't know, like, honestly, if Creed released this tomorrow, and this was their new leather fragrance, everybody would be like, oh, my God, that's so natural and so clean and so effervescent and so natural smelling, and well done, Creed, an absolute banger. Truly, this is that light, subtle, naturalistic kind of scent that Creed used to do. I could honestly imagine that if Creed had released a leather fragrance, this is what it would smell like. It's fantastic. And it's £39.50, stealing it, or £45 in some areas. This is truly one of the greatest priced fragrances I've ever seen in my life. I know that I'm late to the dance. Ashen already did a video about this 4 years ago. I'm that late. Also, I'm recommending this to men and women. In fact, all three fragrances could be unisex easily. You're going to see this, and it's going to be listed for women. That's bollocks, right? For those of you who bought Eau de Mauvais or tried Eau de Mauvais at least, and they were like, "Oh, that's really that's quite feminine." I hear you. It is a little bit feminine. This is not feminine. This might be feminine to somebody who likes I don't know, Interlude Man by Amouage, and that's all they wear. But in general, that is as unisex as it gets. Preposterous that it's for just women. Preposterous. Essentially, if you want one of the best priced fragrances, one of the highest quality for that price fragrances, and I'm not just saying this, I genuinely believe that if Creed had released this, nobody would have batted an eye. It's just their MO to make a fragrance like this. If you want all that, get this. There's no discount code, by the way. There's no affiliate links. This is just all my opinion. Truly, that's great. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and if you want to give a bit more, seeing as I've just saved you a tremendous amount of money, I also have the PayPal, which is info@thefragranceapprentice.co.uk. There's a link in the description if you want to donate to that. Whatever you want. It's all fine. It's all good. And that goes towards the continuation of making my more elaborate videos. Anyway, thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow on The Fragrance Sprays.